The Department of Youth and Sports wants to focus on their new mandate as stated by Sports Minister Leonard Monteut. During his presentation at the annual Sports Awards, the minister says his ministry will give equal focus to youth and sports development. The director of the Youth and Sports Department is Fortuna Belrose.
In the past, we've seen the department heavily skewed towards sports development, but now we're trying to develop a very rich program for youth activities, which will be, or youth development, which will be supported by staff, to ensure that we develop the wholesome young person as opposed to just one particular component of young people.
Rather than focusing on her new mandate, Belrose is assuming a defensive position as the organizer of the just-held Youth Awards and as a member of the department who bankrolled it. She's being asked to apologize. The request is coming from National Youth Council President Marvin Edgar. He says he was kept off the awards program as an act he describes as childish and vindictive.
I came to the award ceremony prepared to speak. However, when I indicated to staff members of the ministry my omission on the program, they indicated to me that I should speak to the director, Mrs. Belrose. When I spoke to her, the feedback was not positive, so therefore I had to prematurely end my participation at the award ceremony.
Belrose says it was not her intention to exclude the NYC or Marvin Edgar.
There was no malice on our part. We're prepared to work with the NYC. They've been involved in the programming with us. And here again, perhaps even in terms of communication, one could have asked even before, what is the program for the Youth Awards? Are we on? Are we off? To a large extent, they were involved in the judging of the awards, so they were part of the judging process. They were part of also a couple of other activities that we were doing.
She says further that Edgar may have been accommodated had he made a timely arrival at the awards.
The program had long started before Marvin actually arrived, at least to my attention, within the setting. He came up at a point when I think the Student Leader Award was being distributed, which was just before our inspirational speaker actually took the podium. So the thing is, if he had been there early, you understand, one could have worked out a compromise and said, okay, you're not on the program, how long is your speech? Maybe we may have been able to work out a compromise there.
Edgar addressed the Youth Awards in the past 2 years in his capacity as the NYC First Vice President. This year, the youth address was also delivered by the NYC First Vice President, Tracy Dalsey. A meeting between the Department of Youth and the NYC has been scheduled for next week. Carmi Joseph, HTS News, Channel 4.